I have. Did you know that this year on April 17th, 30 years of having the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms being implemented in our society will have its anniversary?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the charter?
Well, basically, what the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is, it's a document which seeks to guarantee fundamental human rights for speech, religion, association, legality issues, mobility rights, and equality rights.
So what does it say in all of those parts? Everyone has the following fundamental freedoms: conscience and religion, thought, belief, opinion and expression, freedom of press and other media, freedom of peaceful assembly, and the freedom of association.
So, if I want to be friends with you, I can be friends with you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And if I want to say I don't like Stephen Harper, I can say I don't like Stephen Harper.
You have that choice. Now take legal rights, for instance. Now, legal rights say that everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and right not to be deprived thereof, except in accordance with the principles of fundamental justice.
As you already told us about the very first part, the guarantee of rights and freedoms and fundamental freedoms, there's another part that is very important, and that is called the mobility rights. Each and every Canadian citizen has the right to remain, enter, or leave Canada. Thus meaning that if you would like to move to the United States, or if you would like to move to Japan, you have the right to do so.
Do you learn about equality rights?
I do.
Well, equality rights state that everyone is equal before and under the law and has the right to the equal protection and equal benefit of the law without discrimination, and in particular, without discrimination based on race, nationality, or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, age, or mental or physical disability.
So, Kayla, do you know the two official languages in Canada?
Of course, everyone knows.
Alright, well, that is also covered in a very important section of the Charter, and this is known as the official languages of Canada. So, in Canada, there are two official languages, those being English and French. So, Canadians have equality of status and equal rights and privileges as to their use in all institutions of Parliament and Government of Canada. Therefore, meaning that if Canadian chooses to speak French, they can choose to speak French, and if they choose to speak English, they can choose to speak English. Also, it is very important to note that all federal and governmental institutions provide the option of French or English to Canadian citizens. For example, I don't know if you've ever been on a plane. For example, Air Canada. Let's take an example of Air Canada. Air Canada does their introductions and conclusions to the passengers on the flight in both English and French, therefore obeying the fact that the official languages of Canada is being instilled, and each and every person has the right to use English or French. Second of all, minority language educational rights. So, for example, myself, I am from Poland. However, I'm now a Canadian citizen, and I have the right to speak Polish freely, and this can be outlined in Section 23 of the Charter. So you see, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is a very important document for all Canadian citizens. It allows all Canadian citizens to be equal under the law and provides privileges and opportunities for all. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms is also very important because it limits the right of the state to take arbitrary and unfair actions because it sets minimal principles and procedures upon which the state must act. Therefore, Stephen Harper and many of the governmental figures in Canada, they also have to obey this charter, therefore causing equality for all Canadian citizens. Overall, Canadian citizens should be very happy that the Charter of Rights and Freedoms has been implemented. Although not many know and many take advantage and have a very ignorant view of how just Canadian society is, they should all take the chance to read over the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms to see what they are truly getting as a Canadian citizen. Thank you for watching our video.